If you're not sending the right emails after someone downloads your lead magnet, you are potentially losing thousands in revenue. So, when I first started my business, my main goal was just to try to get people to download my lead magnets. I did not understand that after they downloaded my lead magnet that I needed to continue to write them and nurture them into something later on down the line, which equate to sales. So I did it completely wrong. And I know a majority of business owners are doing this wrong based upon the conversations I've had with business owners. So the lead magnet, yes, that's great. We get somebody in, they download it, and they are on your list now. So what happens after that? We need emails sent, and we need to nurture these people. So, since I'm in the business of lead magnets, I wanted to tell you what happens afterwards and why it is so important to have a great email nurture sequence, a welcome sequence, an onboarding sequence, a promo sequence, a newsletter. There are a multitude of different emails that you need to have in your arsenal after somebody actually gets on your email list. Here's the deal. Lead magnets alone don't make you money. The emails behind the lead magnets do. So what type of emails do you actually need after someone actually downloads your lead magnet? Number one, you need to have some type of welcome sequence. So you are basically welcoming them to your business and what exactly you do within your business. So obviously they downloaded a lead magnet. Hopefully your lead magnet is related to what you do in business. So you want to continue that relationship. Go ahead and give them their download. But if you use Magnetify, you're not going to have to do that because they'll have access to that immediately. Shameless plug, but let's move on. So you'll go ahead and talk to them about what they just downloaded. And next would be maybe another email a couple days later telling them about, XYZ about your business, how you can help them beyond that lead magnet that they downloaded a couple days ago, just to stay top of mind. So there have been many times that I've actually signed up for a lead magnet and I didn't open it immediately thinking that I'm going to get to it later, and I never do, right? So if that person sent me that initial email that said, hey, here's your download, here's your lead magnet, whatever else they may say in that email, and I never actually got to it, then the communication at that point is gone. So if they send follow-up emails and they send multiple emails, then the likelihood of me actually going back and downloading that lead magnet and maybe getting more information from them about their business and checking them out a little bit more, it goes up exponentially simply because they emailed me. And there have been so many times that I have been emailed, and I get a ton of emails, right? But there have been so many times that I've been emailed from someone that I follow and I purchased something simply because they emailed me. Had it been that I downloaded their lead magnet and they sent me an email once after that lead magnet was delivered, or maybe they sent me that lead magnet and I don't hear from them for 3 months, a year, whatever it may be, I may actually forget about it. So there have been times I go through my email and I'm like, well, who is this person? How do I know them? How are they on my list? How am I on their list to get their emails? And so you don't want that to happen with your audience. Once you get a lead, once they download your lead magnet, they are a valuable asset to your business because this is an owned asset. You own your email list. Like right now, I'm here on YouTube. I have subscribers, but I don't own those subscribers. If YouTube decided to block my channel or take it down for any reason, they can do that and I can lose those subscribers. But when you have emails and you have emails on your list, that is your owned business asset, and you can continue to email these people and stay in touch with these people if for some reason social media shuts down. So that is why these emails are super important. So I already mentioned once someone downloads a lead magnet that you are going to start a welcome sequence. So beyond the welcome sequence, what other type of emails do you need? So I would suggest staying in touch by a weekly or at least a monthly newsletter, okay? So I have the lead magnet newsletter, and I also have had newsletters in the past where I go ahead and write a consistent email every week so I stay top of mind to the people who are on my email list. In addition to that, every time I publish a YouTube video, I send out an email to my email list telling them that I've published a video. Additionally, if you are selling things, so we are all in business here, so we all do. If you are selling things, you need to have promotional emails. So after someone has downloaded your lead magnet and they've been on your list for a little bit, you have a new product or service, you can email them about your product or service. Okay, so these are all different types of emails that you should have within your business, and you should actually email your list after you get that lead. So here's the deal. I am a busy single mom, so I am wearing 20 gazillion hats a day. And it does take time to write emails. It takes time to record these YouTube videos, for me to work on projects, for me to work on Magnetify, for me to promote, for me to write emails, right? So it takes a lot of time. And I'm not saying my time is more valuable than the average person, but I know that my time is limited, and many business owners have limited time because they are juggling a lot of things too. So I have gone in the world of AI, so we've had this for a few years now. I've gone to ChatGPT and Gemini and Claude and asked them for help with my emails. And so that's how I've been doing a lot of my emails. But I did not like the ChatGPT speak, and I'm gonna say ChatGPT because it's, you know, the most recognized, right? So LLM. So we have Claude, Gemini, Bard, whatever. But I did not like the way the output sounded. So I would tell them to write an email about my latest YouTube video about XYZ, and it would come back like super stiff. It would use those AI buzzwords like unlock, unleash. You know what I'm talking about. And so it's very hard to make it sound more human, okay? And I know AI is not human, but if I'm going to put AI to work, I need it to sound more like me. And I need to go ahead and knock this time down from actually writing these emails, because before AI, I was spending anywhere between 20-30 minutes per email writing an email. And so that adds up. So if I do 2 YouTube videos a week, if I have some type of promotion going on, that could be like 60 minutes of my time per week that I'm just writing the emails or more, right? So I've been trying to come up with a solution for a very long time, and I finally came up with the solution that knocks my writing time down to like 5 minutes, regardless of what type of email I'm writing. So it can be a welcome sequence, it can be for a new product, it can be for my newsletter. So my newsletter actually is being written by AI, and AI is doing a lot of the research for me. So it just knocks down so much time. The key to getting AI to sound like you are your prompts. And the key to getting your emails sounding like you and actually representing your business brand is your prompting, okay? And so I didn't want to come up with a gazillion prompts and piecemeal this together. I most definitely did not want to create another SaaS because 2 is enough, and I've got another project going on with creating somebody else's. So I did not want to create another SaaS. So what I've actually come up with, and it works really well, is the 5-minute email system, right? And so what this is systematic prompts that work you through whatever type of email that you need for your business. And it even humanizes it by either using your personal voice. So you can program AI to actually pick up on your nuances, your phrases, everything else, so it sounds more like you. Or you can actually use the email writer personas that I've programmed into it. Okay? So basically, how this works, since I love Claude, I am using Claude Projects, and I have everything set up that anyone would ever need for their business emails. And like I mentioned earlier, this has cut down my email writing time so much. Like, I can write an email in a couple minutes. So I am filling out information on this prompt. It already has information on my businesses. It's been programmed for both businesses, Magnetify, Studio 822, and I'll be adding in my SaaS Fluencer here in a little bit, but long story short, it has programmed everything in. And I wanted to make this available to you guys as the general public, because I know I have a lot of business owners here that are looking to speed up processes within their business, make things easier for them, and also help make them money, right? So what we have is the 5-minute email system, and it is a complete system on all of the emails that you would ever need for your business. So that's everything after the lead magnets, such as the welcome sequence. We also have the promo emails. We also have the newsletters. We have emergency templates. We have those writer personas, just so it sounds more humanized. And so I am going to let you know that I actually have it. I've been working on this for weeks because I've been thinking about this for months, right? I've been thinking about how can I quickly write my emails? How can I cut this time down? How can I make it sound more like me and less robotic? And when I tell you that I've got it down, and I'm going to go ahead and show you some examples of basically what this looks like and show you some examples of the writer personas for the 5-minute email system. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and go into a generalized prompt for an email and go ahead and see what it looks like generalized, like without the email writer system. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in the same prompt within the 5-minute email system, so you guys can compare the output on the specific email and see how much better it sounds. And if you want the system, I'm going to drop the link down below so you guys can actually get the system and you can plug and play it in any LLM, right? So I'm using Claude. You can use ChatGPT. So the thing about it is that you're going to have to set up a project. So that's what they're called in Claude. In Gemini, they're called gems. So that way you can just upload this information. So basically, there are a lot of mega prompts that are uploaded. So that way the LLM is just referencing what you've already put in place. And so you don't have to keep saying things. So you are basically putting in your product information. You're putting in your lead magnet information too, most importantly. You're putting in information about, you know, dates and times and specifics for whatever email it is. And then you have a prompt and you're just filling in the blanks. And voila. In a couple of minutes, you have an email that sounds like you, that's actually helping you convert those people who have downloaded your lead magnets into paying customers. So let me go ahead and give you a walkthrough and show you kind of what it looks like with the 5-minute email system versus without the 5-minute email system. Okay, here we are in the 5-minute email system that I set up with Claude. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to create an email for me based upon one of my YouTube videos from last week. So I am going to go ahead and copy and paste the prompt that I already have in here for my YouTube video prompts. And I am going to paste it in here. I've already filled out what was necessary here. I'm going to go ahead and submit it, and I'm going to show you what the output is. So the email writer persona is one of the ones that I actually have within the system, and it's not me per se, but it's one of the personas that I've come up with. And I also have specific things that I want said within the email. So this one here, as you can see, if you're looking at the words, this is not going to be anything that sounds really AI, right? So, and as you can see, it only took a couple minutes. So if we just go ahead and just fill out the prompt. So all of these prompts within the 5-minute email system will take you a couple minutes to actually fill out. And that's going to be the longest it's going to take for you to actually create these emails, is you fill out the prompt with your personal information that is already pretty much uploaded. So all you're putting in here is like product 1, lead magnet 1, call to action 1, whatever it may be, however you have it programmed. And then you put in your prompt, and then it is going to spit out an email for you. So as you can see, if you are reading through this on your computer, you'll see that it does not really sound robotic. It does not really sound AI-ish. You can program this to speak in whatever voice or tone you want. So maybe you have somebody that you're subscribed to on your email list, and you're on their email list, you're getting emails from them, and you like the way that they write emails. And so you could use that as a potential example for your emails here. So basically, as you can see, you see that it has spit out an email for me. It's put in like a little story. So it's really good, and it sounds more personal, more humanized than the generalized LLM. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to my other screen, and I'm going to put in a prompt. I'm going to go ahead and use a similar prompt to what I have here, but I'm going to take out all of the information that is already predetermined, if that makes any sense. All the information that's already prefixed within that prompt, I'm going to take that out, and then I'm going to copy and paste it into a brand new chat, just so you can see what the email output looks like there. Okay, so here we are on a brand new chat. I'm going to go ahead and put this in and submit it. And basically it's going to give me information here. And let's go ahead. Okay, so I can point out AI words immediately within this email. So I didn't completely read through the other email for you. So you could read that yourself, but I'm just pointing out the fact that this does sound a whole lot different. And this is still based upon the prompt that I have within the 5-minute email system. So it is a little biased here in that way, that it's set up and formatted the same way. But I didn't want to give you guys a really crappy prompt. Actually, I probably should have, because that's how most people use the LLMs, is they give really crappy prompts and they have crappy results. So this is basically showing you that this is formatted pretty much the same way as the other email, but I can see that we have some words here that I wouldn't use that really does sound like AI. So if you want something more humanized, if you want to go ahead and start writing emails that sound more like you and that are able to convert those lead magnets, those leads that you've gotten from the lead magnets into paying customers, then I would consider the 5-minute email system. So like right here, so brilliantly simple yet counterintuitive. I don't speak like this at all. And so it's okay, because it is Claude, right? So I'm using Claude versus like Gemini or ChatGPT. I think Claude does really good at writing. So I'm going to go ahead and take you into the 5-minute email system just to show you exactly what type of prompts, what type of email prompts you actually get with the 5-minute email system that will help you improve your email, so you can only write them and take 5 minutes to actually write them and get them actually to those leads who have downloaded your lead magnet.
All right, so here we are on the back end of the 5-minute email system. And as you can see, there are a ton of modules here to actually help you with your emails. And I put a lot of thought into this because I've been thinking about this for months and months and months. I mean, this is not something that I just came up with at the last minute. This is something I've been thinking about for a long time. And had I not actually been in the active build phase of Magnetify, I probably actually would have created a SaaS related to emails. And I probably will later on down the line. But I wanted something that I could use fairly quickly, something that sounded like me, and something to where I could keep my list engaged. And so right now, I not only have Magnetify, the email list there, I also have Studio 822, so I have two. So therefore, I'm writing a lot of emails and I need to save time. So as you can see here, I've got 12 modules. And basically, this is your quick start setup guide. I just go over quickly what you actually need, the files that you actually need to actually upload to your project. And then right here, we have our email writer personas. And so there are 4 separate personas based upon how you want your emails to sound. So we've got like a person who's pretty bold. We have a person who's pretty practical. We have, someone that's really straight-laced. So just depending on what type of tone you want, we have those email writer personas. If you don't want to use any of the email writer personas and you love the way you write emails and you love your tone, you can go ahead and put in your information here so you can build out your personal email persona. The next thing is the business setup templates. And so this is very important because the AI needs to know exactly what your business is, exactly who you serve, what products you have, what services you have, and last but not least, what active lead magnets you are actively promoting at this time and how they actually tie into your products. So this module here is all about setting up your business. And so just to get this set up, when you start on the 5-minute email system, it'll take you about 30 minutes or so because you actually have to set up your information. You have to program your information in as far as what you do, who you serve, and your voice and everything like that. So from here, you have the master email generator prompt. This is the prompt that you will use for probably about 90% of your emails, and you can use it for any type of email you want. It's going to have information already pre-built into it from your business templates that you already set up. So your products, your services, your lead magnets, everything else along that line. But then we also have welcome sequence templates. So these are specific templates on writing a 5-email welcome system, a welcome sequence for your product, okay? Newsletter templates. So this is great. So this is how I came up with the lead magnet newsletter, and I asked AI to actually help me create a template. So you're going to get my exact templates. So there are a couple different newsletter templates in a couple different formats, but you're going to get the exact system that I use to actually set up my newsletter, and then also the information on how to continuously write this newsletter every week. So it's not just, okay, write this newsletter every week. You have certain information that you're programming it with, so it will actually write that newsletter for you. The next module is the revenue generating email templates. So these are all your like promo email templates. If you're running a Black Friday sale, if you just launched a new product, if we have a coaching program, whatever it may be, you're going to find it within these templates here. Quick email generators. So quick email generators are like maybe you are going on vacation and you haven't planned anything for the week. Maybe you're not like me that has a YouTube video every week, so you don't really know what you're going to talk about. You'll probably just end up skipping emailing your list. But these are quick email generators to allow you to stay top of mind with your email list. So it actually has information for you to just go ahead and plug it in, so that way you can just come up with a quick email so you're staying top of mind to your audience. So this right here is a bonus. So it's an advanced email optimization tool. So basically you can figure out with whatever email sending provider you're using, you can use it to help you figure out, your open rates, to see if how you can optimize things, just make your emails better as far as open rates, as far as reply rates, as far as maybe getting book calls. This is all to optimize those emails. Emergency email templates are basically when we, make our boo-boos. So we are adults, and sometimes we actually send out the wrong email, the wrong time, or maybe we have a wrong link on there or whatever it may be. So these are emergency email templates just in case you mess up and you send out the wrong email and you need to backtrack or do whatever it is. So these are email templates for situations like that. And last but not least, the YouTube video promotion email is what I just showed you. Basically, if you are on YouTube and you need to promote to your list, this is going to help you write that email to your list. And it's also going to give you subject lines. So forgot to mention, all of these emails do have subject lines with them. They're not going to leave you hanging. So that way you don't have to actually think so hard about actually writing these emails and getting these emails out to your list after they download your lead magnet and beyond. So if you want this, I'm going to drop the link down below so you can check it out. That way you'll have all your emails and you won't have to worry about writing these emails anymore. And I'm actually thinking about adding in a couple of more templates because I actually have a whole slew of templates that I've used for Magnetify as far as writing all the emails related to a SaaS and what you actually need there as far as onboarding, cart abandonment, re-engaging people who did not convert after a trial. So I'm thinking about adding that in as well. And once I do, I'll just go ahead and add it in for you. But if you want the 5-minute email system, like I said, it'll be down in the link below. And remember to like the video, share with others, and subscribe to this channel if you want more information on lead magnets, organic lead generation strategies, and how to grow your business.